Good morning, YouTube viewers and subscribers. So it's been a long time since I've had something like this on my table, and on a whim I went ahead and purchased this ARF just for the heck of it, and I had some proceeds from my YouTube channel, so that's what I used to purchase this. Now the reason I bought this is really because of this, the Sato FA60T engine that I happen to have. I just have a hard time letting this thing sit in a box when I can't run it all the time, so if nothing else, maybe it'll find its new home here. So what I've got here is a Phoenix model 1/5 scale Spacewalker 2 airplane, and I just want to do a quick look inside of the contents of this ARF, take a look at the quality, and then maybe show you some of the things that are going to be required for me to actually mount this engine on this airplane, since this is really not designed for that. So stay tuned and let's take a look inside here. Let's get inside here and see what all we have. Okay, so far so good. Looks like the contents are very well packed. We've got the instruction manual here, fully sealed. Right on top are some decals. And these people really tape these things up real good to keep the contents from shifting during transit, which is always a great thing. So here's the decals for this. And the first piece we have here looks like tail surfaces. Pre-hinged. All you have to do is just final glue them in place. So that looks really good. No damage. Okay, next we have the fin, rudder. Again, pre-assembled, pre-hinged, slotted, just needs to be glued in place. Now here's our first wing panel. I mean, this is a pretty typical ARF unboxing, look inside, and packaging for any of those that have done it before. This Phoenix model is nice though because it has a two-piece wing, which is joined with a wing joiner and then some screws. Wing joiner here, and then of course you've got your push rods, throttle push rod, control surface push rods. Now we're getting into some more interesting things here, like the fuselage. Again, very well taped in place. Good, I see no damage. Now the thing that's interesting about this is, if I can find a way to open this up here. I don't have a knife with me. So the thing that's interesting about this is it's designed primarily for electric power, but it's an EP GP, so it can be electric or glow powered. And as you can see, it's got this huge firewall extension here, which if I'm going to install my Sato FA60T engine, I may have to remove part of this or maybe half of it to A, get the spacing right and the CG right. I'll have to just kind of line things up and see how it goes, but I like this because it's got this removable hatch, which I think might be taped in place also. Oh, that's supposed to be removable. I don't see any tape holding it in place. longer throw. But the thing that's nice is it's got this huge hatch, so when I go to install the engine, I'll have good access to the areas here to reattach and strengthen things up. Now, my one knock on these ARFs nowadays is you just can't beat building your own airplane using your own wood and aircraft grade plywood. And I already see some areas here this plywood is kind of broken out and it's going to need some repairing, or at least some epoxy on it. So, and that's obviously one thing I always recommend anytime you buy one of these ARFs is you need to go through, if you're going to be using electric, it's probably not as necessary, but for a glow powered engine you really need to go through here and reinforce all of these glue joints. Anything you can reach with white wood glue or maybe even epoxy. Epoxy is a little bit heavier, but that's what I would recommend. So that is going to be nice. It's going to be nice and easy to get this engine installation done on here. Looks like there is a little bit of a fitment issue here. Oh, there we go. With that. Now here's our cowling for that. I don't know how far over. So obviously this cowling is probably only going to go right to the edge here, because I don't think they would make it so that it's going to cover up this opening here. So that's going to dictate how exactly I modify the fuselage to, or the nose there, firewall, to accept my engine. And then of course you've got some other pieces here, the dummy engine sides for the cowling, which obviously I wouldn't be using at all in this application. Wheel pans that are pre-made, pre-glued it looks like. Our landing gear. Landing gear hardware here, pre-painted, aluminum, looks nice. And then you've got this nice parts package. Includes all the remaining hardware items. Fuel tank, wheels, spinner, clevises, some standoffs here for an electric motor setup, some more firewall extensions for electric setup. Let's see what is in this final box. Probably the pilot's head is what's in here. Looks like the pilot's head and the windscreens is what's in this final box. So that has been a quick and dirty look inside of this Phoenix model Spacewalker ARF, and hopefully I'll get motivated to start doing some checking out of how I'm going to install my engine on here, and I'll probably put some videos together that show the process and the steps that I go through to actually install that FA60T engine on this airplane. So thank you very much for watching.